Hello, everyone. My name is Zave Perry. I just wanted to demonstrate my Rust project that I made, making a Hangman game. I'm just trying to learn new languages, and Rust was the next one I wanted to learn because I just saw that was a frequently used language, and I thought building up my um, portfolio of different languages I know would be a good idea. And so Rust was that choice. So here's the terminal that you run it in. Rust uses a tool called the cargo tool, and that just helps like build the files, compile it because it is a compiling language. And so you just do cargo run, it will build it, file it, and then start it here. And on the program, I have a word bank of different words. And so just from telling from what the character count is, I believe I know what it is. Oh, maybe I don't. Let's see. So let's see if there's, so it will say what letters did you guess, and then it will say what's the next letter. So let's see if it's E. That's not it either. Let's try O. And you can see that the stick man is slowly being built the more I'm going. So O is in the word. So now let's try an M. That one's in the word. Let's go N. And then finally, and I'll just demonstrate real quick. Well, no, I'll just show what happens when you get it right. So that was the word. The stick man's gonna do little dance moves because you saved him. And then we're going to run it again. And this time I'll just mess it up. So let's see, is O? Nope, it's not in the word. Let's try A. A is in the word. Let's try B. B is not. Let's just keep doing B a few more times. It'll say, you already guessed that letter. Just keep going. And I put a little uh, stop on or pause on there just to show the different changes. And so now you can see the hangman and it says you lost and tells you what the word was. And so the actual code, Rust is very similar to C from what I could tell. Um, Instead of using a switch statement, it uses a match statement if you're familiar with C languages. And so depending on what the input was in this function, it will either print either one of these. And so it just reads how many times the user has gotten something incorrect to print the correct number of limbs on the stick figure. It also uses things kind of like imports in other languages, but it just uses to pull out different libraries that Rust has access to. And here's the winner code. If you got it right, it makes you do the dance moves a couple times. Here's the word bank I was talking about. In Rust, they use vectors rather than lists, but they work the same way. Like you can use indexes and find whatever variables you're looking for. Uses .len like Python. There's a rand function. For the functions, you do like rand colon colon and then whatever you want to do with that. Let's see. They also use immutable and mutable variables. And so mutable means that they can be changed throughout the um, code. Immutable means that they will not be changed. They use for loops, very similar to like Python or something like that. Or I guess that'd be more like C. But yeah, regardless, um, yeah, duration, same thing. The use that you imported, and then the two colons. Also, one thing I didn't mention, they use different types of variables. So if it's not the right type, it's going to cause an error, similar to other languages. Let's see. For loops, you just say loop, and then it keeps going until you find this break statement. So um, that'll do that. You can call functions, pass in whatever you need to. Let's see. Oh, this is how you read input. Again, it's the two colons, read line. If it's not looking what if it's not what it was looking for, then it will tell you that. If it's not like the correct variable, like the U size. Um, let's see. You can choose it to uppercase. Dot contains is how you find if something is inside of a list. And yeah, I'm not sure. I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory according to like other variables or other coding languages, I mean. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and I thought it was a good first project just to get used to the syntax of Rust and how it works and how the cargo tool works. But overall, I enjoyed the coding language, and I definitely recommend y'all to try it out as well. And oh, also in the speaking of cargo, this is how this works. You import whatever packages you need, and then dependencies. So like I need to get a random number to get a random word from the word bank. So you just import that dependency, and every time you build the file, um, real fast. You can either do cargo build, and it will build whatever you had. It was already recently built, so there's nothing to build. Or you can do cargo check. Um, and check is just a little bit quicker. Obviously, there's nothing to build or check, so they're both the same speed. But build just has a couple extra steps. Check is just really fast just to make sure that the code is still compiling. So it's a good way to just be checking your code while you're going. So yeah, thanks so much, and thank you for your time.